how are you guys doing? Nice to see some familiar faces in here. What's up, Darulu? Hey, Mercy, how are you? Hey, Strella. Jester, I think this is your first time on. How are you doing? Adeline, what's up? Gang, gang. Who else is in here? Graphical, how are you doing? Defricial, Strella, Sage. So happy to be doing this stream today. It's gonna be a great one for sure. How's my levels and everything, guys, as well? Is it loud enough? Is it too loud? Just let me know and we'll get it fixed. How are you guys liking the new layout as well? We changed it slightly. We're trying to make it just like you guys know I was saying before, a little less or playful and kind of more modern, if possible. So yeah, just let me know what you guys think. Good to see you as well. Hey Kai, hey Briar, hey Moo Crew. How are you guys? How are you guys? Hey, you like the new layout? Slick new layout. Awesome. Yeah, glad you enjoy it, for real. And if you guys don't know, we have a special guest today. We'll bring her on in the next like 5 minutes or so as you guys start joining in here. But they are an amazing artist with a lot to share, and I think a lot you guys can take from. So I'm really, really excited to get this started, but we'll wait another 5 minutes, let people join in, and then get started. And I promise it's a real 5 minutes and not a Khalil 5 minutes where it's actually like 30 minutes. Hey Octavian, how are you doing? Nakrilla, I think this is your first time on stream. Everyone say hello to the first timers. Actually, I'm gonna get a crowd cheer in here. There we go, for all the new people. Maybe a gradient will help. Yeah, I'll definitely try it. Yeah, we're just like constantly working on the layout for sure. So don't worry, Octavian, we're still gonna showcase people's work after we have the interview. So the stream will continue to go, so don't worry about that at all. Also, if you guys aren't already, feel free to subscribe to us. Hit that notification bell so you know when we are live. Feel free to hit the like button. All that just helps with engagement, and feel free to share as well if you guys want. So everyone say hello and welcome to all the new people in here right now. Like I said, we'll get started in the next 3 to 4 minutes. Hold me accountable, because I said 5 minutes, and at 12:10 we'll probably get started. Yeah, I think a gradient would look nice. Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll work on a gradient, maybe give it like a more glass morphism type look for the layout. Yeah, we'll try that. But how's the volume? How's my mic? Is it loud enough? Music too loud? Yeah, just let me know. Yeah, but really excited for this stream here today. 23 people in here concurrently. So happy about that. I think our for concurrent viewers so far, I think we had like 25 is our record. So let's try to break that for concurrent viewership and maybe get it to like 30, 35 today or something like that. That would be absolutely amazing. But you guys have been running up the numbers like once it's published, which is absolutely incredible. And the way you guys have been helping this community grow has been amazing. In the past, like I think 30 days or 28 days, we've gained like almost 300 subscribers, and it's all because of, I think, these streams and truly being able to interact with the community in a way that helps others grow. So yeah, we are absolutely so thankful for you guys. So thank you. And for those who don't know what we're going to do today, I'll just let you guys know the plan. So essentially, first we'll start off with the interview with Zhao, and then we will move on to showcasing people's work that posted on the Garden platform. And then by the time we finish those two, it'll probably be, yeah, you guys, when I showcase your work, it ends up being a long time anyways. So this stream will probably be like 2 hours or so in total for everything. I won't let you guys bully me into going for a 3-hour stream today. But one thing is for sure, I ate on stream or before stream, so I think I'll be good. Hey, we passed our record of 25 concurrent viewers, and we're at 26. So thank you so much. Let's get that crowd cheering here. I need to see some clapping emojis in the chat. Some clapping emojis in the chat real quick. And it's crazy for all the people that are in the stream live right now. It's not matching the amount of likes. The math ain't mathing. I don't know what's going on. Y'all being stingy with the likes. Also, let me make a quick post onto our Twitter. Just let people know we are live over there too. And feel free to share the stream. Oh, we hit another record, 27. Awesome. Let's hit that 30. Let's hit that 30. Yeah, that would be amazing. We're just excited, like, for each number that grows. It's just amazing to yeah, be part of this community, honestly. So yeah, let me make this post onto our Twitter. Oh, what do you guys plans for the week, by the way? The weekend. Do you guys have any big plans? Hanging out with family? Gonna go hike? What are you guys doing for the weekend? All right. Just adding the link. Wow, didn't even drop the link in here. Sad hours. Hey, 29, we are almost at 30. We are almost at 30. I'll give another round of applause. I swear, every time I say that, though, someone leaves. I feel like it happens every stream. I'll say, like, we're breaking a record, and then someone just leaves. I feel like you guys do it on purpose just to troll me, just to mess with my feelings. You guys don't have any big plans for the moment? Nothing, just draw and nap and cry. Same, cleaning and working on art, going outside and touching some grass. That's good, Zenity. I'm glad you can touch some grass. Proud of you. Gaming till night with brothers. Awesome. Oh yeah, I should get a fireworks sound effect. That's actually a great idea. Let me find one real quick. To prepare for the 30. Wait. Alright. Let me get it. Okay, I think I have it. Once we hit 30, I got you guys. Don't worry, we're going crazy. DeFritzio said they're practicing. Oh, watching Oppenheimer. G, yeah. Oh, G, I think this is your first time on stream too. So everyone, welcome G and DeFritzio. Hey, we hit the 30 mark. Let's go. Let's get those fireworks in here. Woo! Wow, these firework sound effects are weak. What the? Hold on. There you go. That's better. Still kind of soft, but we'll take it. Awesome. Okay, it's 12. Khalil, it's 12:11. All right. We'll start. Just wanted to introduce a very, very special person that's been a part of the garden community for a very long time, and I'm just like happy that we can finally do something like this and this interview live on stream, because yeah, they just a person that I'm always so excited to see their work when they post. They very, very talented, but also not only talented, but they put in the effort, to be better and have that drive to be better, and are working on a lot of things, and I think can give you guys a lot of advice as up and coming artists, or whatever position you guys are in as artists and creators now. So yeah, without any further ado, Zhao, please come to the stage.
Hello. Thanks for having me on.
Of course.
Appreciate the invite.
Of course. We're more than happy to have you on here, and excited for everyone to get to know who you are and what you do, and just I think you have like a lot of experience and a lot of insight to give people. So I just want to say also thank you for not only joining but being a part of this community for so long. Yeah, I just want to say thank you for that.
No, it's a pleasure. Thank you. It's been a great community, and you guys like to support the artists, so I really like that.
Awesome, awesome. Love to hear that. Well, without any further ado, I guess let's get in it. I guess we can start from the beginning. If you want to tell them who you are and just a little brief backstory on you as an artist.
Okay. Well, my name is Xiao, or Xiaofanchuan Art, which is basically on all of my social media platforms. I am a concept artist and illustrator based in Toronto, Canada, and I specialize in dark fantasy, horror, dark sci-fi stuff. And I like to draw stuff that's narrative based. That's really about it.
So, how did you get into art? Can you tell us a little about that, like your backstory of just being an artist?
Yeah, I've always liked art. I think I've been drawing since I could hold a pencil, about 4 years old. And at around 8 years old, I enrolled in art classes specifically. And then eventually, later on in life, I started doing courses online with industry professionals in both 2D and 3D art. And that's led me to where I am now today. So, yeah, just a lot of online courses. I haven't actually gone to art school, like art university or college. So,
Yeah, and I think that's probably a good point or place to kind of start. What's your thoughts on people being self-taught artists in the sense of like taking courses and doing online tutorials compared to going to school? Do you think people that is something that they need to do, or do you think they can get to where they want to be by being self-taught and doing those courses and things like that?
I think there's a certain value to going to school. Places like what is it, art center, and like well-known schools are actually worth going to because they do challenge you and they do give you the proper fundamentals and skills to succeed out in the industry. It's a lot harder to do it self-taught. There are a lot of self-taught, like well-known artists who are self-taught. Like if you know Art Germ, like Stanley Lau, he is actually self-taught. He's never been to art college, so you can still make it. It's just a lot harder because there isn't the structure that you would normally have in school to like make you do the work. You just have to be really driven and really motivated to do it yourself.
Yeah, so does it really just come down to the discipline of it all then? And how have you been able to strive in a place without true structure that's like supporting you?
I mean, like the online courses are still structured because I take courses that actually require homework every week. So it's not like I have no structure, but I think at the end of the day, it's discipline and also it's passion. And I think for a lot of artists, if you're struggling to find the motivation to do the art, or if you're questioning whether or not this is for you, uh, like maybe really think hard on that because it's not an easy road ahead.
Hmm.
If you're already questioning it at this point, don't get discouraged by things like AI art. And if you really have a passion for it, just do it. But like, if you're finding it hard to find the motivation and the passion within yourself to pursue it, then maybe think long and hard about it.
Yeah, yeah, maybe that means that that specific creative venture may not be for them. And also, side note, guys, everyone who is here on the stream, feel free to ask questions, type questions in the actual chat. I'll be looking at it the whole time, like while we're going, so I can then ask the questions to Zhao. And then to dive into that deeper, what do you think like was the biggest struggle coming up as an artist and chasing this dream as an artist?
Ooh, biggest struggle. I mean, not the whole thing. Uh, let's see. I think part of it is trying to discover who you are and trying to find your own personal and artistic voice because there's a lot of stuff going on social media, right? And that can cut both ways. So first, there's a lot of materials that you can use online to reference and to get inspired with. But at the same time, the algorithms are very favorable to, shall we say, a certain type of art or more mainstream art, that kind of thing.
Hmm.
So it's really hard to find your own voice sometimes in a sea of just noise and a sea of talent, shall we say.
Hmm.
Um, but what I found is that I'm a little bit niche in that I like drawing darker things, and that just happens to be me. Whereas some of the stuff that's more popular online, it's like mostly like pretty girls or cute stuff, like
Hmm.
that kind of thing. But it's important to understand where you are, or where your passions lie, and what you can actually do best and bring best to the artistic world.
Hmm. Yeah, and I guess like how have you navigated those waters as an artist? Like how, because like dealing with all the algorithms and like having to sometimes fight that as an artist. Like how have you dealt with it?
Um, when I first started doing this pretty seriously a couple years ago, I didn't fight it. I just kind of drew a lot of fan art and was like, all right, I'm happy with this. But then I realized it wasn't really feeding me in a creative sense, because I was just getting tired of it. I wasn't too into the IPs. I just kind of drew it because it was popular. um, and I didn't like the feeling. So I promised myself at a certain point that I would only draw stuff that I really, really, really liked,
Hmm.
at least on my personal time, right? If it's a professional job, then it's a job, whatever. But in my personal time, then I pivoted and was like, okay, I'm going to focus on my own IPs. I'm going to focus on the things that really inspire me. And a lot of times it's like creating creatures and like random things from nature documentaries, or it's like drawing fan art of some of the horror series that I like.
Hmm.
So I completely pivoted. So if you go back in my feed, like back to like 2018 or something, or 2019, did oh my gosh, no, you're gonna expose me. Um, uh, it like I did a lot of fan art. It might take a while for you to get there
Yeah,
because
yeah. All good,
I
all
post
good.
a lot.
I'll do it while you're just
Uh,
talking. It's all good.
yeah, it's just I decided that I wouldn't do that anymore, and
Hmm.
it's been a big help to my mental health as well, because I'm not chasing that number, right?
Yeah, it's funny because we were literally just talking about that before the stream too. How I've kind of been dealing with the same thoughts and same process when it comes to chasing the algorithm and chasing numbers. You often, when you do that, you find yourself in a position where you don't know who you are in a sense, because
Exactly.
you're so focused on chasing this goal and chasing this number that you then start one maybe just like copying trends that are just happening that may not show the value of who you truly are, and I
Hmm.
think like you hit it the nail on the head of just like truly not fighting that algorithm, not fighting all those hardships that come with being an artist when you try to be one instead of just being one that you just naturally are, and diving into
Exactly.
who you are. And yeah, let's kind of, because with the type of art you do, maybe I won't expose you if I have to go down too far down, but obviously when someone looks at your art, they can easily see what you're like influenced by when it comes to, I know we talked about this in an interview, but your background and your culture. Can you
Right.
talk a little bit about that, your background and how it has inspired you? This was part of Adeline's questions. She's like, where do you usually find inspirations? And I thought that would be a good way to segue into, yeah, your background and, yeah, the effect it has on your art.
Yeah. The stuff that inspires me. A lot of stuff inspire me. I tend to watch a lot of documentaries and just about everything. I grew up watching a lot of nature documentaries and like strange animals from the deep sea and all that stuff. So I tend to draw a lot of inspiration from the documentaries that I watch, along with the horror and fantasy content that I consume on the side. But at the same time, my own culture has a very important impact on my art. Um, I grew up reading a lot of the original like wuxia or Chinese fantasy series, and they made a really lasting impact on me. Like there's a lot of depth in the storytelling that this particular author has. His name is Jin Yong. He's just passed away a couple of years ago, but he incorporates a lot of like actual Chinese history and the political climate at the time, and just the reality of life and how it was back in those days. And he combines it with like a fantastical element. So if you really want to say it, he's like the Tolkien, like the J.R.R. Tolkien of the Chinese fantasy world.
Hmm.
Um, so that really inspired me to like take a look at my own culture and to draw inspirations from there. So like if you look at my feed, I draw a lot of Chinese stuff. um, because like there's like a couple thousand, 3,000 or so years of history in my culture that I feel like needs to be spoken about in the West.
Hmm.
And I live in Canada, so I live in the West, and to some degree, I feel like Chinese people are a little bit misunderstood.
Hmm.
So I really wanted to bring the rich history and culture that I grew up with and
Yeah.
that I learned about in my own way to the West and tell my own stories.
Yeah, that's why like I always like get excited when I see your art, because if no one knows, like I do have like a Chinese background, and I feel like I've never really um, took the time to dive deep into my roots, and that's something that I'm really focusing on this year. And it's incredible what you are able to drag out of you when you go deep into who you really are, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Um, and that's why I really love just always looking at your work, because like I can tell that you're being like you know, like you're diving into your roots and your culture, because it's I think it's very important to do so, you know, because you don't let traditions, things that made you who you are die, you know, you are able to express them in your own way but still let your culture flow through you. And I think that's like really important. And how has that like given you gratification as an artist? And before you answer that, guys, I am taking a list of everyone who's asking questions, and I'm copying them, putting them in my notes so that I'm not losing them. So don't worry, I will ask your questions.
So sorry, what was the question again? It's
Basically, like, how have you found gratification from diving into your roots and really, you know, using your roots as an artist?
yeah, I think it's really helped me get in touch with like who I am and why maybe my parents think a certain way, or why some of why there's such a difference between Eastern culture and the culture in North America. It it's just a lot to draw off of. There's like an endless amount of literature that you can read and an endless amount of history that you can read about. Like if we go back in history and we think about each dynasty, like there's so much detail that each official with their official like government magistrate garb, there's an animal that's embroidered onto their robes, and each class and each rank has a different animal. And if you didn't read about it, you wouldn't know about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's that sort of a thing. Or even on the bigger picture, like why being filial, or so to speak, is such a big deal in Eastern culture, and it makes sense. So like, I wanted to take all of that and wrap it up into a story or something in my art to like really be able to tell it
Mm-hmm.
and bring it to the Western world.
For sure.
It it might be subliminal in a lot of my stories because I use like fantasy and like scary things to tell my stories,
Mm-hmm.
but it's there as a like a underlying tone.
Yeah,
So
yeah, that makes sense. And yeah, that's why I really love hearing you like go in depth about it, because I think it is just important for others to hear that, you know, when you are looking for yourself as an artist, maybe just like truly look deeper into like who you are, your culture, your background, and try to take from that, because it is who you are. And I think the authentic wow, being authentic
Mhm.
definitely people can feel that, you know. And it's so true that when you are authentic, people are drawn to it and drawn to you. So yeah, I thank you for saying that. And Danny had a question. She said she would love to hear about a structure of your drawing layers, and what is the difference, I guess, with that, between a novice and a professional.
My goodness. Structure and layers. It depends on who you ask. So Some people are of the school of just draw on one layer. That's like Feng Zhu. Feng Zhu only paints on one layer. I don't think he uses any more than that. Um, and then there's people like Tyler Edlin who use like a couple of layers. He doesn't use that many. Mainly he uses like the lasso tool to pick out shapes. And then you got me and like some of my professors who are like, put things on separate layers. So I have a lot of layers in my paintings. Wherever I have a clean edge, I usually have a separate layer. Because it's just easier for me that way, and I have a decent computer. Thank goodness, I have a decent computer to be able to run it. So yeah, it depends on who you ask. And was the other part of the question my process?
Let me get back to it. It was basically saying like I guess the difference in a novice and a professional
Difference in a novice and a professional.
when it comes to those like because I know usually like in other art forms it's like the little things. Yeah, if you want to explain about that, you don't have to. I know there's probably like a lot
Boy.
of differences, but maybe just one or two that really sticks out to you.
Okay. Well, the difference between a novice and a professional isn't so much the layer structure because it doesn't really matter. It's the fundamentals. So a novice will probably need some more work in their fundamentals. In that either their perspective, anatomy, lighting, whatever needs some work. And maybe their painting quality isn't always consistent. Like there could be one where they fluke something that's really good. Whereas a professional will have most of their fundamentals down to a certain level where they can consistently pump out work at a professional grade. So there's no fundamental issues in that perspective is correct, the anatomy is correct, the lighting is correct to a certain degree because there's always artistic license in all of that. But like, there's no like glaring issues in their work, and a novice would be somebody who needs to work up to that level.
Mm-hmm. And can you, I guess, like, just kind of diving more off that point, what do you think you learned the most from your time as a novice artist to your time now as like a professional artist?
Jeez, what did I learn the most? That the most important thing that I learned is no matter how many art books you read and how much good art you stare at, if you do not paint, you're never gonna get better.
Yeah. That's true. It really is true. You really have to like do the work, like you can't. Oh, by the way, we hit 31 and then right when I say that we go back to 28.
Oh no!
This always happens. This right when I call out something like a new high number that we hit a peak, it always just like drops down immediately. Sometimes I just feel like I jinx myself with doing that. But yeah, anyways, you are totally correct on that. I think a lot of people, you can say like quotations book smart, but if you don't actually practice what you're learning, you're never really going to see growth. So yeah, definitely agree with that.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
then a question that G had is, what about work-life balance? Any tips on it? This is probably a good
Is
one for you, huh?
is G my friend? I feel like G
Maybe,
is one of my friends.
maybe.
I think he's doing that to call me out because what work life balance, which is not the correct answer.
That's why I thought you'd be
um,
perfect for it because I know it's all work for you. But I know when we had an interview before, you talked a little bit about what you would like to do. So maybe we could discuss that part of what you would like to do.
I think for me, art is such an integral part of who I am that I just really, really enjoy doing it. I think the difference between work and life here is probably like doing commissions versus doing your own personal work because there is a difference. Um, Honestly, don't take on too much work. Don't bite off more than you can chew, and like leave enough room for you to breathe and enjoy, the wonders of creation and like just making stuff for yourself, for making stuff for the sake of making stuff.
Yeah,
Let's call it
yeah.
that.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense. And I guess like just on the whole mental struggle, what has been something you struggled with mentally, and how have you overcame it as like throughout your journey? And what are you still working on too? I guess.
There's this little thing called imposter syndrome.
What is that?
What's that? It's where you don't think you're good enough. And it honestly never goes away. And I've spoken to a lot of artists. I've spoken to my mentor. I've spoken to like instructors. It never really goes away. You kind of just learn to deal with it, and at some points it's worse, and sometimes it's better.
Hmm.
Um, but I don't think I've really overcome it permanently. I feel like I'm doing fine right now. But at some point in the future, I know I'm gonna roll back down in the rabbit hole and be like, "Oh, I'm not good enough," and then I'll probably go out and like do more studies or like pick up another course and learn something new. It's usually how I deal with it.
And I want everybody out there to like listen to what Zhao's saying, because even at the level that she is at, imposter syndrome still is a thing, and it is a thing that every artist, no matter what art form you're in, deals with. So don't think you're alone in it. Just kind of take advice from Zhao. Like if you feel that way, like you said, maybe in an attempt to overcome that, go take like another course, go look at things more to learn, just to like reaffirm that you are constantly growing, and I think, yeah, that is very, very important. And it's crazy for you to say that when you make this, like, bro. Like this Zhao, this person have made this, has imposter syndrome sometimes. Please understand that it is normal. This is, I remember when I saw this work for the first time, I was like, okay, I need to talk to this person, because this was, it's, I like, there's something about it. This is my favorite work, I think, of yours of all time. I think you've talked about it being one of your favorites too. Um, but yeah, can you, I guess, like, talk about the process of this and the
Oh, okay.
idea behind it? What made you make it? What were you thinking? Like, yeah, just like the whole, I guess, from start to finish.
Yeah, thanks. So it is actually one of my, shall we say, one of my breakthrough pieces. I
Hmm.
feel like I reached a different level with this one. But the process for me is so the girl in the middle is actually my art persona. Like she's my illustrated representation of myself. Um, I don't actually look like that, but in my head, I created a character.
Uh-huh.
Um, and so every year in January, I draw her again.
Hmm.
So if you look at my feed, every January I'll have a picture of her. And the reason I do that is because in January I draw a benchmark piece
Uh-huh.
to like then use as a reference point for every subsequent piece that I do in the year to see if I've made any improvements.
Hmm. But
Um,
real quick, just to not to cut you off, but someone
yeah,
said
yeah,
this
yeah.
is actually my background.
Oh, nice,
Yeah, and someone said I know this art too. So
nice.
yeah,
That,
this, it definitely helped you break through. Also, for
that's
everyone,
awesome.
feel free to subscribe, like, all that, to help us continue to grow and get more people like Zhao. But yeah, sorry to cut you off. Continue.
Yeah, no problem. So for this one, I thought like, okay, she's my artist persona, so she's a creator, and then like, I thought about like all of the random thoughts that I'd have in my head, like, and all the random like ideas that would pop into my head over time, and like my brain is constantly going off with ideas. So I decided to create a piece where she's making puppets and making masks, but at the same time, these puppets and masks talk back to her. So
Mhm.
in a sense, her creations are talking back to her. And that's kind of what happens in my head. I don't have a mental illness where I hallucinate voices, but like this is kind of just my representation of it. And so
Mhm.
this piece is called "The Voices in My Head."
Mhm.
Um, yeah, and that's where I went with that one in an abstract sense.
Yeah, and it's, I want to talk more about this piece, but I want to go off another point that you were talking about constantly having so many ideas.
Hmm.
How do you not get lost in those ideas and all those thoughts and actually execute on the ideas? Because I have like it's over here, you can't see it, but I have a poster that says ideas are worth nothing, because you're able to have
Oh,
so many ideas, but if you don't execute on them, they're nothing. So how do you, one, plan your creations and not get overwhelmed with all your ideas, and I guess just like, yeah, just structured and stuff like that.
So I try my best to take the ideas that come into my head and I'm like, oh yeah, that's a cool idea. And I'll like take my sketchbook or I'll take Photoshop and I'll open a new file and I'll just doodle it.
Hmm.
And after I doodle it, I'll save it. I have a lot of these files on my hard drive and a lot of like random sketches in my sketchbook that never get finished.
Hmm.
But they're there. So then I'll take the best ones or the ones that I really, really want to work on, and I'll work on those and get those done first.
Hmm.
But then, like, maybe a year or two later, I'll be like, oh, yeah, I had that idea. And I, like, open a file again, and I go back and I finish it. So, like, it, it's kind of a cycle. I'll go back to old things and I'll finish it, or I'll start new things. And I'm like, it's not that good of an idea. I'll just leave it. And then a year later, I'm like, let's pick it up again, and I'll pick it
Yeah.
up and I'll do it again. It's just, yeah, it's like that. It cycles. And then I try to get everything down on paper or on file before
Yeah.
I forget.
Yeah, and I think that's like one of the most important things is when you have an idea, just write it down, because you never know. Or if you're a musician, record it. Even if it isn't a full thing, it's just a voice recording, or like you said, just a sketch on a paper or in a file, like just write it or record it, because you never know if you're going to come back to that. You know what I mean? Oh, and by the way, someone asked me who it was, so I just give them the credit for asking.
Mhm.
Graphical said, "What program do you use?" By the way.
I use Photoshop and I use Blender for my 3D stuff.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely want to get into your 3D stuff later for sure. But yeah, can you talk a little bit about the hardest part about making this piece?
Actually, yeah, I started this piece I think like earlier in 2021. Was it 2021? I think it was 2021. Yeah. And I actually got stuck on it. Like midway through the year, I got stuck on it, and I was like, I don't feel like I have the skills to finish this right now. So it became one of those like I'll just leave it pieces. And then I took some more courses over the course of the year, and I was like, okay, so this is how you make like really clean edges, and then like how you need to break down the lighting so that things are so that there is a clear focal point. And then later that year, probably in November and December, I'm like, okay, I need to finish it because I need it for January. So at that point, I finally had the correct skills to go back in and actually finish it. And I posted it in January of 2022. So I think the biggest challenge was like the idea that I had in my head versus what my skill level was. There was a bit of a disparity between the two. So I put it aside for a bit, went and got the skills I needed to actually finish the piece, and went back and finished it. Yeah.
Yeah, and can you talk a little bit about the art and I guess it's also a quality of yourself, but of also always having the desire of learning and never stop learning, and no matter where you are, even if you're a top artist or a novice artist, can you just talk about a little bit about that?
I think the willingness or the wanting to learn is more of a self-ingrained kind of a, I guess it depends on your values. If you value constant growth, then you're going to go and seek out opportunities to learn as much as you can. I think there's something like in the education system, there's a bit of a misconception in that you kind of just learn what you need to and you're good, which is, I guess, to a point true, but the learning process never really ends. Even after you've graduated, let's say from college, you have a full-time job, you still constantly need to learn new skills. So like, for example, let's say you got hired by a game studio and you need to like work on, let's say, concept art. But like they use a new software called Gaia and you've never used Gaia before. You still have to learn how to use Gaia or you're not going to be able to do your job.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like it depends. Whether or not, well, number one, you're driven to learn, then you'll go seek out opportunities to learn on your own. And number two, out of necessity, sometimes the industry or your workplace will just dictate that you have to learn things.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and like you said, having the willingness to learn is very, very important, I think, as a up and coming artist. And what was the last thing I want to ask about this piece? I could talk about this piece forever, so I'm gonna make sure this is like my last one, maybe two
Mhm.
questions about it. But what was your favorite part about this piece?
Um, hmm, favorite part. I think the favorite part is that I like the dichotomy in it because when I draw creepy stuff, I like to draw stuff with dichotomy. In that it's creepy, but it's also somehow familiar.
Hmm.
And that's what makes it hit home a lot more. I think my favorite part is the puppet to the side who's giving the artist a glass of water and a cookie. Um, the whole thing looks a little sinister until you see the glass of water and cookie. I should have made it a glass of milk, but
Hmm.
brain fart didn't do that. But it's like there's a bit of comfort, even though like everything looks kind of creepy. The characters to me are actually quite comforting. So
That's very interesting that you say they're comforting. But I didn't even honestly like until you really said it. I didn't even really catch the whole dichotomy of it all. But now that you've really pointed out, like it is true, and I think that's like constantly in your thoughts too. Of one, you're don't if one is maybe the imposter syndrome or whatever, the other is like the affirmation that that you're putting into yourself, that you need to continue going. It's always that dichotomy too of thoughts as well. And okay, the last thing I would ask about this. Also, Ruben, I saw your question, and I will ask Zhao, but maybe a little later because I feel like that's just gonna cause a ruckus in the chat. So, yeah. Uh, the mannequin. What was your thoughts on the mannequin? Why like a whole like mannequin type of style and the dark eyes and all that as well?
yeah, they're actually inspired by these old Japanese automaton dolls. They're called katakuri dolls.
Hmm.
So they're like old wind-up dolls. If you wind them up, they'll like do simple actions. Some of them will like fire arrows. Some of them will like pour you tea, like that kind of thing.
Hmm.
And I thought that they were really creepy looking. So I just went with it and I was like, let's do that. And uh I drew a puppet.
Yeah, well, I think it's amazing, honestly. And I sent you something. Just take a look at it whenever you get a chance. Um, so also, I guess like I won't ask that question yet. We'll we'll wait a little bit. But someone said, uh, "What is your 3D artwork flow like? It's kind of hard to tell your 3D artist from your 2D, to be honest." And that was from Beloved.
That's good. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's the whole point.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be able to tell. And for me, 3D, I use it mainly to do backgrounds and get the perspective correct.
Hmm.
Previously, I did all of my 3D I did all of my backgrounds in 2D, like pure 2D. Everything was just a vanishing point, like a horizon line, and that's it. Um, and then when I learned 3D, I'm like, oh, this makes it so much easier. So I'll block out my backgrounds in 3D. I'll place my placeholder character in the scene, and then I'll render that and I'll draw over it and I'll paint over it. So I do paint over most things in the background, so that's why you can't tell what part is painted and what part is 3D generated
Wait,
because I paint over most of it.
that's actually insane. What? I
Yeah.
did not know that. I did, so in this specific piece, that's like
Uh,
that kind of just honestly blew my mind. But what in here is 3D generated and what isn't?
so the background where you see I guess the circular kind of thing in the back, that's
Hmm.
3D. The bench in the back is also
Oh
3D, and the two
man.
characters that are like kind of sitting in that pose, I had a mannequin placeholder thing that was in there,
Hmm.
and I painted over everything. So like
Oh wow.
technically nothing is 3D anymore, but like the skeleton or like the base
Ah.
structure is 3D. Yeah.
That makes sense. So what gave you the idea about that as well? Like what are the pros and cons of that workflow?
So prose is way faster, and industry industry professionals do this, especially
Hmm.
concept artists. A lot of like illustrators, like League of Legends illustrators, also use 3D in the backgrounds.
Hmm.
So people use it everywhere. but like it makes things a lot faster because you don't have to like plot in all the perspective grids and do all the measurements. And it can give you some really cool, like really dynamic shots because you can like mess with the craziest perspective and you know it's going to be right because you don't have to calculate it yourself.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But yeah, like it makes it way faster. My older pieces took me way longer to do with like crazy backgrounds because I didn't have 3D. So.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. And then Namiria had a question. This is the last question I want to ask you for now until I want to move on to some other things. But Namiria said, any advice on making city backgrounds? I believe you had one over here, like your cyberpunk one.
There, you scrolled right past
Wait,
it.
did I? Oh, this
down.
one?
No, go down, keep going.
Keep going.
There, that blue and purple one. Go up, go back up.
Oh, yes.
That one.
Yeah, so I guess any advice on making city backgrounds?
Well, there's a couple options. First option is build it in 3D, which I did build part of this in 3D. And there's like asset packs that you can use online to help you build it. And then the second part is to photo bash. I also photo bash part of this. So go online to like pexels.com or something, which is like a royalty-free stock image website, and you can go download stuff and just use it in your illustrations.
Yeah, so do you photo bash a lot?
No, I don't.
When do you, I guess, decide that, okay, this is the time that I need to photo bash, and or this is the time where it's not necessary? Like, how do you make those, I guess, thoughts and I guess
honestly, I only photo bash for cities because there's so much density that you need in the image, especially the way I render, because I tend to do more realistic rendering. You need a lot of density of like details. So city streets and like cityscapes are really the only times I really use photo bashing. The rest of the time I can mostly paint it or 3D model it in. So those are the only times. Yeah.
And just for the people, maybe some artists that are coming up that may not know exactly what photo bashing is, can you explain it a little bit? You don't have to go in crazy detail.
Oh yeah, so photo bashing is going online to find preferably a royalty-free or like a copyright-free image and sticking it in your artwork and like transforming it in and painting over it to use it as part of your art. Like you can't just take an image and say, hey, I made this. Like that's not how it works. You can like use bits and pieces of it to like enhance your artwork or to add details to your artwork. So that's what photo bashing is.
Awesome. Well, thank you for that explanation, and now I want to get into your webtoon.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Maybe you can talk about what prompted it, a background of it for the ones who don't know.
Oh my goodness, you are in the Chinese version.
I told you I'm trying to get back into my roots. You know what I mean? So
okay, there's an English version too. Okay. So if you don't read Chinese, you can read the English version.
Okay. My bad. All right.
Wait, I'll send. I can send you the link later. But
no, you're good.
Yeah,
I'm in the English one, I think. Oh no. Oh, it is the Chinese one right now.
Yeah, it's the Chinese version.
It's okay though. Yeah. I think because we're just showing it. But if you want to show me the link later, that'd be cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this story revolves around two main characters, a guy and a girl, who go around solving supernatural cases, which doesn't sound too different from like The Witcher or something. But it is I wanted to really bring my culture and history into it. So there's a lot of cultural beats. There's a lot of like footnotes that I put in as an author because there's so many cultural notes in it that like people from the West will just not get it if they don't have the background. A lot of the poetry that I use is actual historical poetry.
Oh, wow.
My friend and I have worked together to write specific like custom poetry that's in the correct style to the era for this webtoon. So there's a lot of work. We did a lot of like technical and historical research to get this thing as historically accurate as we can to the point, because obviously it's a fantasy story. But the whole idea of it is not only to explore my heritage, but also to explore human nature. So to understand how ugly humans can be, but also understand how beautiful humans can be in terms of like how they treat each other and like uh how they go about life, how they go about living their lives,
Hmm.
like that kind of thing.
Yeah, that makes sense. And can you, because obviously I know you're a very humble person, but can you talk about what this webtoon did for you, as well as the impact that it had on webtoons, what your accomplishments on it, the views, like all that? I know if I
I,
don't ask, you're not gonna say it. So
I don't know if it was all that. Was there a huge accomplishment? Honestly, it was just a story that was on my chest, and I wanted to get it out, and that was really it.
oh man,
Um,
didn't
and like
webtoon like feature it and all that as well?
yeah, okay. Well, Webtoon did feature it. They actually asked me for a proposal to see if they wanted to make it an original series. So I submitted my proposal. I think because I'm so busy and I don't have time to update weekly, they're like, nah, forget it. So I almost became a Webtoon original, but I didn't. And that's okay.
Yeah, you probably, I guess, like, I know that maybe hurt slightly in the moment, but how do you think you've grown since like not becoming a webtoon artist? And what do you think, how do you think you would have been a different artist now if you would have this would have actually been a webtoon original?
Right. So Webtoon Originals requires update on a weekly basis. So if you look at like the original series, a lot of them will all of them will not put as much detail into the art as
Mm,
I would. Like this type of painting style in a webtoon is just not feasible for the business model.
ah,
So if I ended up being a webtoon artist, I'd have to like expedite my painting and creation process so that
mhm,
the webtoon, maybe the story would still be to the quality that I would like it to be at, but the art would not, which would probably detract from my level of happiness with it.
mhm,
So there's that, and also because it didn't become an original, and I didn't have to dedicate so much time to it. I was able to go out and take new courses, and increase my skill level in terms of painting and my artistic abilities.
mhm.
And I also had the opportunity to learn 3D so that I could produce a game. So yeah.
Well, that's basically a perfect segue, honestly. So,
Okay.
do you want to talk a little bit about your game? Do you have any? I think you sent some stuff to me a while back, but is there anything you can send me that I'm able to show while we talk about it,
Uh,
or no?
it's actually on my feed. So if you go to my Instagram, you can actually find it.
Okay.
Uh,
Is it down or am I going
Down, go
down?
down.
Okay.
So I actually created the some keyframe illustrations pretty early on. Stop. Go back up. That one with the it looks like a goddess in an altar thing.
Oh, this is one of my favorites of yours as well.
Oh, thank you,
100%. Yeah. This one and the other one made me like fall in love with your work.
thank you.
Yeah.
So the my story is kind of a spin-off of my webtoon. So it takes place in the same universe. The characters are not the same. But like the idea is there's a goddess in a cult that worships her. And she's not really a goddess. Like an evil goddess and she drives people crazy. So the whole story revolves around a person who due to his misfortune ends up in a scenario where he has to navigate like the slightly psychedelic and like real but not real kind of hallucinatory world that is around the goddess and the cult, and like unraveling the story around her and why things are the way they are. So it's a combination of like Chinese folk horror and Lovecraftian cosmic horror
Mm.
is where I'm going with this game.
Yeah, and what's your fascination with horror and the genre in general?
Um, I think there's a certain beauty to horror. I think because growing up, I always felt like I was very different from people.
Yeah.
uh, and like in horror movies, a lot of times you see the creature and it's like, oh, they're horrifying. We need to get rid of them. But like a lot of times they're also really misunderstood.
Hmm.
So like I can relate to some of the monsters in horror stories where it's like, oh, they're misunderstood and maybe they just want a friend. Okay, maybe not.
You
Um,
sound like you sided with Bane in The Dark Knight.
I mean,
and
not
and what's his name? Thanos.
A
They had good
little
points.
bit,
They honestly, I'm
okay.
not gonna lie, they had some good points. They had some very valid points.
Look,
I'm not gonna lie.
to a certain degree,
Yeah.
am I a homicidal maniac? No, okay, no. Um, to a certain point.
Yeah.
All right. And I think also like folklore and things that people are scared of really speaks volumes in terms of how a person's culture is
Hmm.
structured as well, like how the myths came to be and how the stories came to be, right?
Hmm.
So there's that element. So I wanted to take that element and combine it with something that I really love that's from the West, which is like Lovecraftian horror. Like if you look at Asian horror, that doesn't exist. That element is not a thing in
Hmm.
Asian horror. So like I wondered what it would be like to take two elements that I absolutely love and combine them together and see how that would work. So
And what exactly is? Because I'm not sure what Lovecraftian horror was. What exactly is
okay.
that?
So, Lovecraftian horror is a genre of horror that's based around the work of H.P. Lovecraft,
Hmm.
and that's like the Cthulhu mythos. And what that is like there is an overwhelming unknown force that can do whatever it wills and whims to you, and you have no control over it. And the horror within it is not knowing. It's not knowing the scale of the entity, not knowing what the
Mm.
entity is. That really drives home the fear. So
Uh,
like, yeah.
okay, that makes sense. That's actually there's this show called From, that kind of has that element that just makes you like, I don't know, constantly addicted to it. So yeah, I totally understand. And can you, I guess, a little bit more about your game? Probably last question on the game before we move on to the coming of this end of this talk. Where are you as far as the game now? What are your, I guess, goals and aspirations for it? And I don't know if you want to shout out some of the people you work with too.
Yeah, oh, people I work with. I have a team of 15 people, so it might be a little much,
Oh,
but
okay.
I have a pretty big team working for me, but the idea for this is hopefully to create a demo by next year. And we'll need play testers up at that point. Up to that point, we're still white boxing and like level designing right now, so it's not ready. But hopefully we'll have a demo by next year, and then once we have a demo, we'll go out and do some pitches to like to Epic Games, to like the government of Canada and whatnot, to try and get some grants, see if we can get a budget and funding to go ahead and finish the whole game. So that is the plan right now. Who knows how it's gonna pan out, but that's it.
Yeah, no, I have no doubt that it'll be amazing. I didn't even know you had that many people working under you now. Because I remember when we talked before, wasn't it like a while ago? You had a smaller team, I think. I may be wrong, but to see it
Yeah,
grow to
so
scale to that is incredible. I guess, like, what was your reasons behind that?
so initially I only had one friend who signed on to help me,
Hmm.
and he's one of my production modelers. And like at that point I wasn't too serious about pursuing it, but then I randomly met my programmer and I was like, "Oh yeah, this might actually be a thing." So I started like talking to a lot of random people and being like, "Hey, you want to help me with this? Hey, you want to help me with this?" So I ended up with a team of about 4 production modelers, 3 programmers, and like 4 audio people.
Oh wow.
So yeah, we're working on like getting this first person survival horror off the shelves,
Yeah,
so to
that's gonna
speak.
be incredible. And is it gonna be kind of, I guess, the mechanics of it? Is there a game that kind of resembles it or inspired? Um,
Yeah, so it will be first person horror. Think like Amnesia the Dark Descent, Amnesia the Bunker, Soma. Yeah, first person horror, but like not Resident Evil, because
okay.
Resident Evil is too much pew pew in it, and
Oh
this one
yeah.
doesn't have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That no, that makes sense for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So before we let you go, probably have like 5 minutes or so
Mhm.
left. If anyone else wants to ask spam any questions in the chat for Zhao. But one thing someone asked that I know could spark some controversy, but hey, let's ask it. What is your take on AI and generative content in general?
Okay, I might get hate on quite a bit for this, but I don't think AI itself is evil. I don't think it's a bad development either. What I don't like is the iterative process taking inputs from artists without their permission, right?
Hmm.
So the fact that you can go into AI and say, um like create something in the style of Art Germ, create something in the style of like Carla Ortiz, and it can spit you out something in their style simply because it used their art to create, the machine learning or whatever it is that they do, um, to then spit out the output. And like neither of these artists said yes, you can use my art. Um, I think there's an issue with that. Do I think that AI as a development is a bad thing? No, I think it's an extremely valuable tool that can be useful for artists going forward.
Mhm.
Um, that can be useful in a lot of fields going forward. What I don't like is the stealing part of it.
Uh-huh.
That's all.
So do you think it's more of like the analytic or not analytic, sorry, the like it being regulated that needs to,
Yes.
I guess, the main
Yes.
issue? And do you see it
Yes.
potentially getting to that point where it is regulated and actually can be of use, or do you think we're going to be in a period for a while where we're in this like limbo of some people hating it because it isn't regulated, and others who are still trying to use it?
I think we're gonna end up in a period of limbo. Like, if you look back in history, this is exactly what happens in history, right? Like, we go back and we're like, okay, somebody discovered cocaine.
Hmm.
And they didn't know what it was for. They didn't know what it was used for. People put it in cough syrups and cure-alls. They put it in Coca-Cola, for goodness
Hmm.
sakes. So we didn't know how to use it or what it was for or what the impacts might be. But eventually, the FDA, the health and safety, whatever, they did their analysis and they're like, okay, this substance is bad for people,
Hmm.
so we need to ban it. um,
Yeah.
so eventually, it happened, but like it takes a while.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah.
For sure.
I think we're gonna be in limbo for a while.
Yeah.
I think the activists like Carla Ortiz is really working out there to get it regulated.
Hmm.
We just have to wait and see.
Yeah, and I think I have like the exact same thoughts on you as well. I think it's more of a tool, but in the current moment, I agree exactly your sentiments. I have the same feelings.
Mhm.
And Danny really wants me to ask this question. I must have missed it. Said, what should a portfolio have in it, to show the range of what a company would look for in order for you to get a job?
So it's not a range of work. You should actually target your portfolios. So what that means is if you want to work at Ubisoft as a prop designer, right? You want to make as many pieces that are good pieces that are prop designs that are in the style of Ubisoft games. Like, you literally have to target it that way. If you want to be an environment designer for Riot, like design environments in the style of Riot, like you're supposed to you're supposed to target it. It shouldn't be like one life drawing, one environment drawing, one concept of a character. Like, they're gonna know that you're a novice right away just by looking at your portfolio. If you want a job, you need to target your portfolio.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, and I think that's exactly what we were talking about, before earlier, about kind of like when you struggle against the algorithm and things like that. It's almost a similar thing. Is like if you don't have a specific type of style, or it's not targeted for a specific purpose, then it can kind of
Uh-huh.
get lost in the rough, of things.
A
Um,
little bit. But that being said, like the style that a company is looking for may not be your own personal style, so you
mhm.
still have to be able to adapt to it, right?
100%,
Yeah.
100% agree. And then the last one or two questions, that someone had was Octavian asked, how can I start earning with my works, especially now when there are a lot of artists and AI?
How can you start earning? Well, you just got to put yourself out there. You have to do marketing, post your work in as many platforms as you can, see if you can get people to bite, and also price your work reasonably for your level of skill. So that doesn't mean to undercharge, it just means to price it correctly.
Mm,
I find a lot of artists tend to undercharge, but not good in the long run.
yeah, yeah, for sure. And then the last question, this was from Deptagunchu Day. They said, how do you struggle with hardware in the initial stages of pursuing art? Specifically, I want to try out 2D art, but don't want to invest in some expensive tablets right away.
Well, you're gonna have a hard time painting with your mouse, if that's what you decide to do, because there's no pressure sensitivity. So I would still advise to get a tablet. Either you get like a non-display Wacom tablet, which goes for about 100 USD, or you invest in like an iPad or something that can be used for art, because you do need a tablet. Unless you're doing graphic design, which is kind of not the same thing. Um, but yeah, definitely do that. And if you get like an iPad, then it's kind of an all-in-one. It's not like you have a Wacom and you need to plug it into a computer and get separate software. So you can just, get an iPad, buy Procreate, which is like $15 or something, and you're good to go. Um, on the computer, you can use like Metabang. I think Metabang is free. Krita is free. Magma is free. Ibis Paint is free. But I use Photoshop because there's a lot of tools on Photoshop that I just need, and I can't you really use any other software because it just drives me crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I just want to say thank you so much for joining the stream and giving advice, for artists and to artists and upcoming creators of all types. We really appreciate you, and you honestly are an incredible artist, and we can't wait to see what you do with your art and the journey that you take. And also can't wait to your game comes out, Cyberpunk. It Yeah, you just have a lot in store, and we truly wish you the best. So everyone say thank you to Zhao in the chat, and yeah, Zhao, thank you so much for doing this. And is there anything else you'd like to say to end it? Yeah, no pressure.
Thank you for having me. I mean, you can find me at Xiaofanchuan Art. Khalil probably linked it somewhere.
Yeah, and I tagged him on Twitter, but I'll make sure to post it all over our socials again.
Cool, thank you. Yeah, you can follow me for progress on things, and yeah, we'll see where everything that I'm working on goes.
Yeah, I know you'll be successful. Well, once again, thank you so much, and yeah, we'll see each other again in the future.
Yep, thanks for having me.
Yep, you're more than welcome. All right, see ya.
See ya.
How are you guys doing? How do you guys like the interview? I bet you loved it. I absolutely loved it. Truly amazing. She's a truly amazing artist, and a person as well. And yeah, we're very appreciative of people like that, that are very talented, but not only talented, put in the hard work to get to where they want and still give back in the sense of talking with us and giving advice to up and coming creators. So yeah, thank you guys so much for sticking around for that. For the last bit of the stream, the last like 50 minutes or so, we will showcase some of your guys' work, and gals' work here on stream. Hey Boxy, nice to get you in here. I'm really happy that you joined. Boxy, if you want to post something on our platform, I can show you your work today as well too. For the new people in here, make sure to like, subscribe, and feel free to hit that notification bell so you know when we are live. Also, if you want your work showcased right now on stream, post on our platform, our website, which is called thegarden.gg. I will bring it over here. Here you go, thegarden.gg, because this is where we're about to start showcasing people's work live right now. So from the people who have posted on here so far, who wants to talk about their work live? That's something that we love to do in here. So yeah, we would love to bring some people up. And also, is the music loud enough in the background for you guys? That guitar is so beautiful in the background. I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. All right, awesome. So cool. Let's get to start showing some people's work. I know Creators is in here. Also, Creators, you like the new UI? It's actually from the person who did it. His name Ruth. She does all of our designs when it comes to these type of things. So yeah, say thank you, Ruth, in the chat. Cool. Let's show some people's work. Creators, I know sometimes you don't like to talk about your work, so we'll just showcase it live, and then we can talk about it in here. Also, where's the chat? I need y'all chat to start waking up. I need y'all to wake up. Who's still in here? I need y'all to start typing, you know, get active, because now we're going to be started rating people's work live, and things like that. So yeah, I need y'all to start get active in here with me, just like how you normally are. I wish I could send a GIF in here that says wake up, chat. Reposition this real quick. Yeah, that was an awesome part of the stream. I absolutely love that. I always love talking to Zhao. They're such a amazing creator, an amazing person too. Great person to talk to. Awesome. I think you can. Okay, you can speak about yours, Octavian. Okay, awesome. What are you gonna review the Discord art? I can look in it shortly as well, because we haven't done it in 3 streams. Ren, we do it every stream. Okay, awesome. We'll do. Do you guys know about press the like button with your nose? Yeah, feel free to press that like button with your nose if you want. All right, creators, I'm gonna show your work right now. Hey Sage, how are you doing? Octavian, we'll get to yours as well. We'll show yours after creators. So creator said, please ignore the hands. I tried my best to sculpt them. It's my second 3D sculpture. So let's take a look at it. Boxy, you can't post on there. Really weird. If you can try to log out and log back in and tell me if that works. If it doesn't, I will just go to Discord and show some of your work from there. I think chat for me just died. Oh, really? Yeah, it might have died for me as well. That was really weird. Also, I can talk. Okay, awesome. You can talk, Shella? Amazing. We haven't, bro, Ren, we showcase people's art every single stream. What are you talking about? This is really, really dope, though. It's very, very unique and interesting piece. I like this. The colors and the different gradients on here are really dope. Your nose ain't that long. And have I been missing the chat? I feel like I've been missing some of this chat. Like I am not getting all these messages. Maybe I'm tripping. I don't know. Also, who's staying hydrated in here? So what do you guys think of this piece? 1 through 10. 1 through 10. I need everyone in the chat saying 1 through 10. What do you guys think? In the streaming community? Yeah, I'll check. It says, I think it's just top chat, which is, it's for some reason always stuck on top chat. I don't know why. Even when I change it, it doesn't go to live chat. But even on live chat when I'm looking, it's doing the exact same thing, honestly. Which is really weird. You made this with your smartphone? Oh, awesome. So you got a 9 in here, 7. Yeah, I'll check out the streaming community as well, Ren. 10 out of 10. Well, glad to have you back in here, David. You just missed the interview. 8, I like the colors, especially 9. I like the concept, the coloring effects. Looks like a toy model. Yeah, it really does. Really dope, though. Yeah, great work. Great work. Dude, I'm sweating in my studio. No ventilation type beat. It's colorful, spiky boy. 10 out of 10. Awesome. Let's see. Ren, I will make sure to get your work in here as well. Let me showcase Danny's, and then after Danny, I'm gonna bring you in. Gave a 7. I'm gonna bring you in Strella to talk about your work. Let me just invite you real quick. This is really cool, Danny. Really, really cool. So this was a much bigger file, so I hope that isn't lost in downsizing. I mean, it looks good to me. Almost gives me like a very like universe vibe. Oh, it's a galaxy. Yeah, this is really sick. This is really, really trippy too. I like this a lot. The different colors are really nice. Khalil, I need to remind you to turn your fan on before the streams. Well, I have it on low, but I don't know if it's going to be too loud. I'm going to turn it up all the way. Tell me if you guys can hear it and if it's like blowing on the mic. Let me know. Oh man, I needed that. I needed that. This is really dope, Danny. Yeah, this is honestly gorgeous. Gorgeous. Almost feels like there's like fire in the middle of that, which is like really, really cool too. Danny, this is really cool. I really like this this lo-fi beat. It just makes you want to sing like that. I can barely hear it. It doesn't bother me. I don't want it to be... I don't even want you guys to hear it at all. So if people can hear it, I will turn off the fan. So what do you guys think? 1 through 10, 1 through 10. Also, Sage, you can talk about yours. Awesome, awesome. Strella, I do see you in here. Don't worry, I will bring you in a second. Oh, you know the vibes. Okay. Yeah, what do you guys think? 1 through 10, 1 through 10. Got a 10. Yeah, how did you make this? I managed to make a new post on the website with another browser. Okay, awesome. That was wholesome. 10, 10. Yeah, I might end up having a freestyle. I freestyle sometimes at the end of streams. I might have to. If you guys stick around to the end of stream, I'll freestyle for y'all. That's a promise. That's a promise. You made it in a math program art? Oh, cool. So 10, 10 out of 10, 10, 10. Maybe I'll rap over a trash box beat. Trash box, you down with that? 10, 8, 10, 10. Awesome. Great work. Wait. Oh, you said you were if we're gonna break the viewership. Okay. Yes, you're right. So I'll do it at the end of the stream though. We broke the viewership by like 6 or 7, which is amazing. I feel like every time we're gonna stream, especially when we bring on guests, because I think those guest moments are really good because people know they can like learn some knowledge. I think those are when we're gonna continue to break numbers with the stream, which I'm excited about because it's like. It's breaking it, but from a moment of learning, which is like really, really dope to me, honestly. Okay, awesome. We're gonna show Strella's and Boxy. I saw that you posted on there, so very cool. Boxy, would you be down to talk about your work live? That'd be awesome if you were. Okay, I see you posted on there. Dobej. Oh, so Octavian is in here. Yep. Rigby, you must be in here as well. Dobej, I know you must be lurking in here because I know you're always lurking, even when you don't talk. So we'll show Strella's real quick because since they're in this call. Strella, hold on. You are muted on my end as well. Give me 1 second, and I will bring you in. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Browser. Guest. Okay. 1 second. 1 second, bro. I'll just bring you in. Okay. Awesome. Strella, you can start talking now. If you unmute yourself.
Hear me?
Yeah, I of course I hear your you breathing into your mic before I hear you.
Yeah, well, I gotta make sure. Also, is it not
You're
like windy?
Yeah, I mean, it's blowing a little bit, but I think it'll be okay, bro. I'm not really tripping. I'm not really tripping.
No, hold on, I'm gonna fix it first.
Okay. Can you guys hear?
Give me a second, sorry.
You're good, bro. You're good. Let's see. Hey, Tornik, how are you doing?
How about now?
Yeah, sounds perfect, bro. You can chat about here, but you need to go soon. Okay, if you need to go, Boxy, then I'll show yours after this, and some people are staying, and then we can go from there. Hey, Tornik, how are you doing? Strella, heavy breathing. Yeah, Strella, if you want to talk a little bit about this piece, how you made it, and inspiration, yeah, you know the normal.
Okay, so it's also just a small render I made. Also, just experimenting more about bokeh filters and the blur, since I like blurs very much. And yeah, it's a very simple render really. I just made it in around 15 minutes.
Wow, only 15
Um,
minutes? That's crazy.
yeah, well, I don't have to, I don't really model a lot of stuff from scratch, and with the help of add-ons, I can do a lot of stuff in short amount of time.
Hmm.
But yeah, technically speaking, I made this artwork with the help of a environment add-on, which I can just in a few clicks I can make grass and stuff on a plane, and then as you see there, I already made a good background for that. And the dandelion flower I just got online.
Yeah.
Uh,
What about the lighting? Was the lighting? Because I know you talk about the lighting sometimes being hard. Was it hard here on this one, or what was like the biggest struggle you had?
sorry, hard.
Yeah, was it what?
Oh,
Did you struggle with the lighting on here, or what was? Because I know you always talk about the lighting being the part that is the hardest for you to do. Yeah, what was your biggest struggle when dealing with this?
well, I think probably just the camera angles. I wanted to show the like the bokeh on the unfocused stuff on the background, like the sharp circled edges. But I guess I didn't achieve it because the environment was light. And speaking of the lighting, I didn't put much thought into it. I just got a daylight background, so it lit up the whole environment like that. So I don't have to do much anything about that. But yeah, I that's it.
Someone asked which add-on did you use?
For the grass, it's Biome Reader and Plant Library. I just found it a few months ago. It's free, and I found it on YouTube.
Oh yeah,
But yeah,
it,
that's all
it
I'm using.
yeah, it's fire. Someone said a couple people said it looks like a photo.
Yeah,
How
thanks.
realistic is? Was that your goal?
Yeah. Uh, I just realized. I just remembered a macro photo of a flower from a few months ago, and I tried to recreate that. And since it's easy, I should just start working on it like 2 hours ago,
Hmm.
and yeah, I finished it. So it's up for the stream today, and I'm talking about it right now.
Well, it looks amazing, bro. It looks amazing.
Yeah,
You always like are creating great works. And by the way, do you work like full time or a student?
I'm a student, but
Okay.
I'm just on break now, so yeah, I can pump out as much art as I want.
Yeah, I was about to say because you're pumping art like a lot of it, so it's nice to see. Before I let you go, is there anything else you'd like to say? Um, yeah.
I have like two more arts there. Come on.
Yeah. What?
I I posted two. I
Oh,
posted
did
more
you?
art.
Oh, my bad,
I
bro, my
could
bad, bro. Dang,
I could
dang.
also talk.
No. Go ahead. Yeah, since you're talking anyways, I'll definitely show. Also,
Alright.
real quick, Renatus, and Graphical Sadism, we will make sure to showcase your works on the streaming community and the Discord. Don't worry, I'll get that shown. I know you guys have been asking, so I got you. So yeah, you can go ahead and talk about this one though.
Yeah. So according to that art, it's an old render from 3 years ago. It's my very first try on an internal design, which I didn't really put much thought into. It was more like an experiment if my computer could handle it, which it couldn't, because yeah, it was green. I rendered those images for 3 hours each, and it was still noisy. It
Three
was
hours.
Yeah, oh, it was partly a problem with Blender and partly my fault because I didn't know how to optimize my scene so it would render to about just 20 to 30 minutes. But yeah, I think part of it is because I have so much lights on it.
Mm.
And okay, I'm gonna go technical here, so I don't blame you if you don't understand what I'm saying. But so on the old Blender, to render the stuff, I need to set a sample count. And if the render reaches a sample count, it will stop rendering. So the more the sample count, the less noise and the clearer the picture. But it didn't have a time limit, so I wouldn't know how clear the image would be until it reached the sample count, or if I see it's clear enough while still rendering, even though it haven't reached the sample count I set yet. But if it reached the sample count but it's still noisy, I'm gonna have to render it again.
Yeah,
But
Octavian said, I think you missed at this threshold. I don't know if that's
yeah,
something you understand. I don't know what that means, but
yeah, I don't think I've fiddled much around with threshold that time. But yeah, also I haven't used a lot of denoising stuff because I thought it was bad. But really, it just goes down to my bad scenes. So yeah, I use denoising now, but I use it so much. I don't use it so much that there's no noise like
mm-hmm,
in films.
mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's my render.
Yeah,
So
looks awesome. And then we'll go to the next one. But why I switched to the next one, Namiria asked, where do you find your assets and 3D models? And before you answer that, Trashbox, I see you. I have a couple other people that were in front, so I know everyone always says like they're about to go if you can show their work. And yes, I definitely want to. It's just sometimes hard to fit everyone all at once, like when people are leaving to then like cut people. um, so yes, I will try to show your work, trash box, before you leave.
yeah,
But
come
yeah.
on, guys, stop leaving.
But yeah, where do you find your assets and 3D models? And once you answer that, you
uh,
can get into here.
I find some from Sketchfab which are free, and well, I don't think I'm selling that since I'm not really selling my art. So yeah, and some are from also another add-on that's built in Blender, which also have some community-made models that I can just directly get from Blender itself.
Nice, nice. Okay, cool.
Uh,
I guess yeah, you can what's it called? Talk about this one with the car you made for me, my dream
yeah,
car, my blue GT3 RS. Sheesh.
but yeah, it's well, if you remember the animation test I made a few months ago, so I'm remaking it since I've updated the add-on and I can, well, I guess I can automate the animation process a little bit better. So yeah, so to the other people that watched me work on it, yeah, thanks. But yeah, just goes to show how hard it is to lay out stuff. But yeah, I wanted to make a showcase of the car, and I'm planning to like have it cut off and then it'll switch to the blue car instead of ramming the orange car like that. So it's just mean, yeah, but that's your personality on the car.
Yeah, bro, it really is, bro. And I'm so happy you made that car for me. That is literally my dream car.
I didn't make it for you,
Yes, you did. Yes, you
technically.
did.
I just colored it. So yeah, I don't give me
Bro,
credit
you
on
when I
that.
told you it was my dream car, you literally said I'm gonna make it for you next stream, and then you made it.
I
I want to
I
hear it.
can
You're not taking that away from me. You're not taking that
no,
away
come
from
on.
me.
I just get it on game. I just colored it for you.
Whatever, whatever. You have anything else to say before I kick you off of here?
Oh, come on. Yeah, yeah, nothing else. But yeah, that's it.
Okay, awesome. Well, cool. Thank you so much again for showing your art. And also, I'm loving that you're coming up here and talking more about it. I really, really appreciate it. So thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, you're more than welcome. All right, cool. What do you guys
Ah,
think about? See you, bro. What do you guys think about Shella's work? 1 through 10. 1 through 10. And which one's your favorite? And if you don't say the blue Porsche, we're squabbling. We're fighting. Y'all better say it's this one. Y'all better say it's the blue Porsche. I swear. Come on. This is my baby right here. Oh my god, this car is so fire, bruh. I am 100% getting that car. There's no question about it. Mm-mm-mm. I just be vibing to this music though. Adeline, you still in here? 10 out of 10 cars, 10, 10. The blue one solos, facts, 10. Boxy, we're about to show yours right now. Danny, 9.5, cars blue. Why you disabled motion blur? Anyways, it's a 10. 10, I like the blue. I like the the blue car is awesome, but I like the orange one more. Wow. Creators, you're gonna say that after I showcase your work? That's crazy, bro. You should 100% be biased to the person that shows your work. All right, awesome. Octavian, or not Octavian. Octavian will do you in a second. Boxy, we're gonna show yours. I know it's your first time on stream, and I just wanna, yeah, people to see your work. 1 second. Adeline's lurking. Love it. 10 out of 10. I wasn't even calling you for anything, Alan. I was just asking if you're still here. Yeah, let's take a look at Boxy's. I hope I'm not butchering your name, by the way. But this is their new OC, and it is titled Moth Girl, and their name is Lilith, I believe. So let's take a look at it. Who's staying hydrated? I know I always ask that question, but y'all better be drinking y'all water. Keep drinking water. Stay hydrated. Look at this thing. Yeehaw. Yes, sir. Let me make sure y'all can see it properly. Your pronunciation is perfect. It's so funny, right? When I'm reading the word pronounce, I mispronounce pronunciation. That is hilarious. But yeah, take a look at this. Hold on. It's actually my girlfriend's, but I steal it from her. Look at this. Yeehaw. Yeehaw with a smiley face. And we got stay positive. And then she's Mexican, so got the fresca on there. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh. And then this one that says wonder. Just a trippy smiley face. Yeah. Alright, y'all don't care. Back to Boxy's work. This is so fire. Boxy, like every time I see your work, I am truly like in awe. Honestly, it is yeah. Yeah. Hey, what's it called? Strella, you see what Darulu said, right? I was already thinking it. Yeah, this is absolutely amazing, honestly. You truly are a great artist, and I'm happy to see you continue to grow and continue to showcase your work on here. I really love like this lighting on here. That's probably like my favorite part. And with the blindfold, it almost reminds me of what's it called? Bird Box. Probably just because I just watched that movie again, but not in a bad way, in a good way. It looks really dope. Yeah, I absolutely love this work. And are those wings behind them? Oh, I guess because they're a moth. Yeah, Moth Girl. Oh my god. I know, Strella, I'm gonna give you my model. I swear. Actually, let me just message that person right now. Let me message my dog Oze because he has my model. All right, I just messaged him. I'm gonna get that model for you. Yeah, but this work is really good. I love it, and I really want to see more of your what's it called, your work on the platform, for real. We honestly, Boxy, let me know if you're interested. I would love to bring you on to talk to the community as well, like how we did with Zhao. I can't believe I almost forgot her name for a second. I just blanked. And that's one of my favorite people. Yeah, I would love to have you on here as well, because I know you professional as well, and you stream on Twitch. Everyone make sure you go check out their Twitch as well. But what do you guys think? 1 through 10. And then Boxy said, fun fact, those are my hands. I had to take my own reference. Oh, that's fire. Ever heard of Juan? What? I don't know. I think there's a lot of Juans. Okay. That makes sense, Trella. Well, we'll figure it out. We shall figure it out. Danny said a 10. Shella said 100. David said 100,000. Time Zone said that is some scrumptious art right there. Time Zone, is this your first time in the stream? If so, hello, hello. Make sure to subscribe, that notification bell, hit the likes as well. 10 for sure. 10. Leave your Twitch channel, Boxy. 12.95 out of 10. 10. I think the problem would be at the polygon number, Strella. I don't even know what that means. But Adeline 10, Easy 10. She said Easy 10. Adeline can't type. On Boxy streams on Twitch, if anyone wants to catch some live streams, yeah, feel free to check her out. Creator said 100 out of 10. They said 99 plus 1. Yeah, thank you so much, Boxy, for posting here. We really, really appreciate it. Oh, also, Octavian and Strella, I want to talk to y'all after the stream. Let me know if you guys are free. I'd love to like chat with you after this. Wait, why you say Khalil? Come on, David. I'm confused. All right, awesome. Did I not comment on here? Okay. Also, guys, make sure you're going and commenting on people's works on here. It would be really appreciated, and like it and all that stuff. All right, see ya, Boxy. I'm so happy you're in here, and it will be like 12 p.m. Eastern time every stream, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday for the majority of part. All right, Octavian and Strella, you're free? Okay, cool. I'll hit you guys up after the stream. Please remind me, because you know me. Sometimes I'll forget. Okay, cool. Octavian, let's get you in here. While I'm getting you in here, I'm going to show off Dobej's work. Don't worry, Ren and Graphical, we will show your work. I promise. Cool. Zenity, are you still in here? I can show yours today too. But let's show Dobej. Let's see. Let me send you the chat again. So what do you guys think about this Homelander? Also, I need to finish this show. I think I'm on like season 3. All right, or is it 2 that I'm on? I'm on one of those, but it's really good. I don't know. I haven't finished it. Has anyone seen this show? What is it called? Heroes or something? What is it called? The Boys. That's what it's called. The Boys. Well, my dogs, them, you know? Zenity, okay, cool. I'll showcase your work as well. Dang it, I keep getting interrupted at work. You're good, no worries. Yeah, The Boys is really, really good. I love that show. Bro, I'm about to put a GoFundMe for a chair, bro. Like, this chair is not optimal. Every time I like lean back, it just like, nah, fam. I want to lean back and be supported. Says what? You in here? Wait, what? Octavian? Yeah, Octavian, you can join now. Nobody will hear you or see you at all. Obviously, they only can see you when I put you in, but don't worry, you can join whenever. They won't be able to hear you anyways. Yeah, but this goes crazy. Who did this again? Dobej, you're fire. I always love your work. You have like such a unique like painting style as well, stroke style. It's really dope. Heroes, my bad, bro. Oh, by the way, I interviewed Tornik the other day too, which was a great time. So love interviewing people and getting to know them. Wait, I did interview you, right, Tornik? Or am I tripping? I 100% did. I have so many interviews, sometimes I just forget. Like, shout out Valerie for always setting them up for me. Means a lot. But what do you guys think about this piece? 1 through 10. Oh, the blood splatter, of course, on him, bro. Because this man's just always killing people. I swear. The worst hero. Ren, I will send you where to come join and talk. Don't worry. Yeah, this is really, really good though. Easy 10, buy a new chair. You buy me a chair, creators. Oh my god, KNS is back. My interview still is out. Actually, Shola, I was gonna write it last night. I'm not gonna lie. And I looked at it and it was like late, and I was like, dang. I'll write it tomorrow for him. That's exactly what I was thinking. I'm not gonna lie. 10, 9 out of 10, 10, 69, 10, 8, 10. I love it. You finally posted something? Okay, awesome. Trash box gave it a 10. Okay, cool. Great, great work. Awesome. Let's see. Since you're just chilling here, Octavian, let me just show Rigby since they're down the order, and then I'll just show yours. Yeah, this will be like 2 minutes, and then we'll get into you, Octavian. Rigby, this is their shape and value study. Dope study. I like this. I really like this blue, honestly. Give me your credit card details and I will buy you a chair with lots of free love. Hell no. Wait, Khalil, were you writing the questions for the interview? Yeah, I wrote all the questions. And then I just like, I usually, what I have been doing now, we're like having help writing some. I'm just, you know, the whole team's part of the process. Value gave it 8.5. When are we going to be bro, graphical, you asked me the same question. I'm not gonna lie. I said we will showcase yours, the stuff in the streaming community. After we finish up on here, we'll go to the streaming community because you and Ren both posted in there, so I'll make sure to get there. Don't worry, bro, I won't skip you. There's a way that you can join in the night at shop and get a chair completely free. I don't even know what that means. Do creators look like they have money? I don't know. Yeah, but this is really, really dope, Rigby. I love your studies a lot. And this is kind of different and more like detailed than your ones that you've been doing, like those daily sketches. And it's cool to see this one like come to fruition. Man said, sorry I forgot to ask before. I feel like you're trolling me, bro. I feel like you're gaslighting me, graphical. This is really, really dope, though. I love the ears, too. By the way, where's Namaria? Namaria, I'm going to say your name because I know you can probably hear me. Come back in here. Stop leaving us alone over here. So what do you guys think? 1 through 10. 1 through 10. Bro, I am sweating, bro. Yeah, 1 through 10. 1 through 10. Bro, this stream isn't even over, and it's almost we already have 108 views on this stream, and the stream isn't even over. That's crazy. That's been its highest. I don't know if it's been the highest ever. Actually, no. It is actually 125 views this stream so far. That is the most we've ever had. Even after published, like all our published streams, our highest one is 121. And this one is not even done and published and had 125. Absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Let's get a round of applause for y'all. That's all to y'all. So thank you guys so much for being part of this amazing community. So gave it a 9 out of 10 or 8 point, let's see. 8.5, 9 out of 10, 10, 9, 9, 8.5 out of 10, 8, 9, 10, 9, 10. Love the art style. Yeah, this is a really dope art style. Okay, Octavian, I'm about to bring you in here. Yeah, community is growing. Absolutely amazing, honestly. Yeah, I'm in total it had 125, like not concurrently, but like just people who have viewed already has like 125. So that means like people going in and out and stuff like that. But concurrently, our highest viewers concurrently was 31, which is a new record for us, and already like broke the viewership record too. So in 2 ways, which is in total. What I mean, which is amazing. All right, Octavian, let me bring you in here. 1 second, 1 second. I know you've been waiting patiently in here, brother. All right, awesome, Octavian. You can unmute yourself. You're good now. Or if you probably
Hey,
weren't
good
muted.
evening, everyone.
What's up, bro? How you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good, bro. You and Strella hop on the mic, just breathing profusely, bro. Like y'all have been running for days.
I don't know, I could buy another mic.
No, you're good, bro. I'm just messing with you. How you doing though? How's your week been so far?
Yeah, so I'm working every day, like I don't have what to do. I'm in vacation, so I have a lot of free time.
Oh, do you are you a full-time artist, or do you do another career as well?
So I'm at school, so I have time just for school, studying, and my art,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
just something.
Yeah, awesome. Cool. Well, let's talk about this artwork then. If you just want to go into it.
Yeah, sure. So the idea is like the humanity die, and then the astronaut that was in the space at this time come to the year. You can see there. I think I should do it a little brighter. But there is an astronaut that is sitting on his knees with a hand up and saying, "What should I do now?" Looking at what is now on the year.
Yeah, this is sick. Slightly dark that humanity just died, but it looks really good. I love it. What was your process when making this?
Okay, so first of all, I find some references on Pinterest, like some pyramids and astronaut, and I just created from my mind the how I call it, like that water and the ground that you see. And after I just take some photos from Death Stranding, if you know the game. Then I looked at the main character, and then I created my own astronaut based on how looks the costume.
Yeah, it looks good. Was the light up top, was that like one of the hardest parts, or what was your hardest part when making this?
I think the hardest part was compositing, so it looks good, but at the same time, you can see noise. How Strela says it's a little work with samples and threshold, and yeah.
Yeah, well, it looks really, really good, honestly. And I love the character on the ground, the little light that's by him. What light is next to him, by the way? What is that?
Can I repeat like what I'm doing the next?
No, next to the character, the light by him. What is that, by the way?
Yeah, there is like an lamp sitting on the ground, and yeah, the probably I see a problem. I'm looking at the stream right now, so the stream isn't showing the full quality of the image, so people on the stream can see what the astronaut clearly.
Oh, what does it do? What is it? Is it lagging some? It looks like it's lagging for people.
Yeah, a little lagging, and how do I say the quality of the astronaut is a little not enough.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's really annoying. I don't know why it's lagging right now. Okay, it looks like it's back. It looks like it was lagging for a second, but it looks like it's back now.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
Okay. All right, cool. Yeah, well, was there the garden is Illuminati confirmed. Before I let you go, is there anything else that you'd like to say or talk about?
No, there's nothing.
Well, cool. Thank you so much for joining, and then yeah, I'll chat to you a little after as well.
Yeah, have a nice day, everyone.
All right, you as well, bro. Peace. So what do you guys think of Octavian's work? 1 through 10, 1 through 10. Sorry about that lag. I have no idea why I was lagging. It'd be trying me. One through 10. It's a secret community. Yeah, it lags when it knows some people are trying to infiltrate us. I think that's what it does. This castle's so fire. I love it. I had to go back to it. So dope. Bro, you need to post some more on the garden, bro. We're gonna squabble if you don't. 11 out of 10, 9, 10, 9. Amazing lighting. Cool. Zenity, I think you're still in here. So I'm gonna show Zenity's. Zenity, did you want to talk? So the order of here, I'll show who else is in here that posted on the platform, by the way. So I'll show Zenity's, then I'll go over to the streaming community and show Ren's and Graphicals, and then I'll end with Trashbox's music, okay? Nah, I haven't, but I will. There are another post on another account. That's what I thought, bro. That's what I thought. If Zenity is in here, we will show her work, or their work, sorry. And if they... Oh, you're Willie? Oh, I'd have to go to YouTube. I'm scared to click this link. I'm not gonna lie. Tornik, you posted on here? Oh, that's crazy. I'm working at the moment, so can't talk. Okay, let me show Zenity's, and then I will look at what the link is. Yeah, but this is just a quick painting they did. Continue the sad cyber girl theme. Hope you like it. Okay, Tornik, I saw you said you posted on here. Don't worry, guys. I'm not trying to leave anybody behind and act like I'm not trying to show your work. So please be patient with me. Tornik, what's your name on here? Sage, okay, you too. Oh, it's Barad. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. Got you. I'll show yours after this. And did you want to talk about your work live? Tornik. Bro, David, chill out. This is really dope though. I really like it. I really like the her facial expression, but I really like the blurs. Really dope. Danny, don't pay David any attention. Strello. Now this is fire though. This is really fire. I like this a lot. I really like your signature. That is fire, bruh. Your signature is so fire. Okay, cool. I'll show your work then, and then you can talk next time. Like, if you post another work next time and you're in town, then we'll show your work again and like allow you to talk. So this time I'll just showcase it. But what do you guys think? 1 through 10, 1 through 10. And if you guys have any constructive criticism, feel free to say it. Also, if you just have a part that you like about it a lot, say it as well. You assert some inspiration in Valorant right now. You're more than welcome, Zenity. Thank you for joining, by the way, Zenity. I appreciate you. I know you're always lurking in here. So I appreciate you being patient and allowing me to showcase your work. Got 10, 9. Nymeria, buy me a chair. Got a 9.8. You are grounded. Why did I read that like Nymeria's David's mom, bro? 10. David, do not say the M word. Darulu, 10. Yes, you did. Yes, you did, David. Right when I brought up this work. Yes, you did. I do not want to hear that. I knew Danny was gonna say that. Y'all are fools. I actually need to make the shame corner for our Discord, honestly. All right, cool. I think Barad's is the last one on here. Willie, I have to check out what your video is in a second. Give me 1 second. So Barad said, always want. I actually interviewed them as well. Amazing artist. They said, I always wanted to try Grease Pencil feature in Blender. Finally got time to play it. It's fun. Follow the tutorial for this one. Think I'm gonna do more stuff on their ArtStation page. Yeah, definitely go check out Barad's ArtStation as well. They have a lot of dope stuff on there. Just convince them to post on the garden all the stuff from their ArtStation. But that wasn't for me. This is your conscience speaking. Okay, send me the money and I'll buy it for you. Bro, why does everyone want me to send y'all money or give me a credit card? That's messed up. That's messed up. As the mom in the chat, that's your isn't your responsibility supposed to buy your kids things? I try to be in here more, but time zones get away. No, I totally understand. I totally understand. No, but this is really dope, bro. I really like this. The style of it is just, I feel like, very unique. Bro, Willie, is this about to take me to a place I don't want to be taken? This YouTube? Okay, I just had to make sure it was okay. Alright, awesome. I'll showcase this in a second, then we'll move on to the streaming community. Bro, I told y'all not to bully me over a 2-hour stream, and here it is, about to pass on the 2-hour mark of y'all bullying me into streaming for more than 2 hours. I knew this was gonna happen. We are artists, we're broke. She's a single mom. She's doing the best she can. Leave her be. No, this is fire, bro. I really love your work, though. For real. I love how it's like the background's all yellow, but it's like your focus is in this one specific circle or oval, which is like really cool. Derulo said it's so well done. It looks like comic style, but just my opinion. You said you did it with Blender? Question mark. Bro, I need to go on like a run after this or something. Get the juices flowing, the blood flowing. After just bro, I don't know why it's lagging this much. All right, is it okay now? I'm trying to like watch it live with y'all. I think it's okay. Think it's okay. Yeah, but what do you guys think about this piece? 1 through 10, 1 through 10. Okay, cool. All I had to do is kick Kylita out of the chat and it started working again. Yeah, but 1 through 10, 1 through 10. Yeah, my laptop is definitely making some noise. 10, 109, 10, 10, 10, really cool, 10. Yeah, sorry, Kylita. Yeah, great work, Tornik. Really love your work, truly. Awesome. And then Trashbox, I will play your video. I don't know the sound on it though. Let's see. The title is drawing a exclamation point. Bro, that was so cinematic though. What the? That's really cool though. So cinematic, bro. That was actually really fire. Yeah, of course you can, Dobish. Send it on everyone. Bags, whoever's in here, send me a message. I'm gonna add you guys as a friend, and then make a group chat for all the musicians. We're gonna get that EP started. No. No, 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 bro. Well,